So in this problem, we're looking at a different taxi company with different fees. Terrific Taxi Company charges an initial fee and a cost per mile. Let Y represent the total cost again, and X represent the number of miles again. The total cost could be represented by the equation. So this time, nobody's asking us to write it. They're doing the opposite. They're asking us to take it apart, figure out what is the cost per mile, what is the initial fee, and how do you figure that out? Okay, so your cost per mile has to be attached to the number of miles, which we said is X. So it must be the case that our cost per mile is 75 cents. The initial fee is the number by itself, so that must be $5. This is a little bit confusing because you know how we're sticking to the form y equals mx plus b. You'll notice they move those terms around. So this is mx, right, where the slope, the constant rate of change, how much it goes up by for each mile is 0.75 cents. And then the y-intercept, the number by itself, where you start out at, well, that's 5. Okay, so now in questions 4 and 5, it tries to compare it to the other taxi service from class discussion 6, from problem number 11. If you need to drive 10 miles to the airport, which taxi company would you choose and why? So remember that your miles is X, and what we could do, we already have the first taxi company equation in y equals. Let's put in the second one and compare it, right? We have 5 plus 0.75x, and we're going to look and see when we're at x is 10, who is cheaper. Let's go to the table. We're going to look where x is 10, and we're going to see that the last problem, x, y1, y2, for the last problem, 10 miles would have cost you $13. And in this problem, for this taxi service, it'll only cost you $12.50. So we would use Terrific Taxis if we needed to go for 10 miles because it would cost us less. Okay, if we have $20 to spend, who could get you further? Now $20, that's our total cost. That's Y. So we want to be looking at the Y column this time and see where each one hits $20. So we'll keep scrolling. We're not there yet. And you can go 18 miles for $20.2 for problem number 11. And where do we hit $20 here? And we can go 20 miles for $20 using problem number 12. So who would take you further? Terrific Taxis would get you further for your $20.